I'm gonna stop holding on to this. Hey guys, we got just a regular electric bike here we're gonna review. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that. Sorry, Lectric, we're not gonna give you a free promo on this one. This is a cool video. I'm gonna show you what we did to this. We outfitted this to make it a little bit more powerful. We're gonna show you how to convert a electric. We're not gonna show you how to do it. That'd be a different video. I'm gonna show you how we converted it. Anyway, so if you're new to this channel, I'm Johnny Nerd Out. We do custom e-bike builds. Generally, we take bikes that are just regular analog standard bikes and we turn them into e-bikes. This is a situation where a customer was like, I really like this frame, I really like this setup, but I don't want this boat anchor in there, this weak boat anchor in the back. I want a mid-drive and I want something strong and I just want a mid-drive. Can you help me out? And I want extra range. Give me all the juice. So that's what we did. This is Lectric. I think this is the XP 3.0. Comes with a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery in here. We added this and we put in our battery balancer in here. So once you remove the controller, the battery balancer is like the exact same size. So it's able to fit in here. So we're able to plug in both of these batteries at the same time. So now they have 48 volt, 28 amp hour capacity, which is double for those of you who are math wizards. And we've got the BBSHD motor right here. This is a 1,000 watt motor. This can pull 30 amps at peak. So this was a single speed setup. This was an 8-pound motor. You know, you got the unsprung weight in the back. That's not ideal. And this is a single gear reduction in here. Actually, I'm assuming this is a geared motor in here. I don't think this is a direct drive. So you're gonna have gears in here that are gonna be a planetary gear reduction that bring this down to like a usable, gives you torque instead of high speed, just spinning with no power. There's a gear reduction in there, brings it down to a lower RPM, but it's stuck in that one situation, especially when you have just a single speed. You really have like not a whole lot of power, or you get a lot of power in one situation, but not everywhere. With a mid-drive, people are like, well, why did you go with a mid-drive when you still have a single speed? That doesn't make any sense. Yes and no. With the mid-drive, you are able to change your gear ratios by either changing this chainring out or changing this rear cog out, and you're able to change the gear ratio. When you have just one in here, changing this out, that's only going to change the power that you apply to it, not that the motor can do. By changing this out or this out, you're changing both what the motor does and what your legs do, which is a huge benefit. So you're able to dial in the performance exactly how you want it. With this, you're just stuck with however this thing is wound. If it's, you know, there's kilovolts. If you want to go into really nerd out, go check out KV ratings, learn what those are all about. That's a whole nother video. So for this customer, they wanted to have about a 28 mile an hour top speed with the throttle. So that's what this gear ratio does. This is a 46 tooth chainring up front. We got a 16 tooth cog in the back. But with these small tires, you don't really need, you know, the small tires are gonna give you a lot of torque. If these were 29-inch tires, I would say we definitely want to go closer to a 1-to-1 gear ratio to give you something usable. So right now it's more of a 3-to-1 gear ratio, which is definitely geared for speed, not for hill climbing, not for torque. But the smaller wheels help offset that. And you know, if the end user customer wants to get a little bit more hill climbing, don't really care about top speed, you could easily change this out. It's a 5-minute job. You could put a 40 tooth, you could put a 36, you could put a 28, and that's going to give you tons more torque. But right now we've got this geared out so it maxes out at about 28 miles per hour with a throttle. Pedal assist, you know, you're going to be pedaling along up to low 20s, I would say, is where you're going to be comfortably pedaling. Otherwise, you're going to be like a cartoon character if you're trying to go 28 miles an hour pedaling along at this. We did have to rebuild. These are a new set of wheels, front and rear. Had to get rid of this one. All new wheel set. We went with the integrated light horn turn signal kit that I have. This is one of my top picks. I love these lights. It's got a loud horn. Let people know you mean business. You're not playing around. It's got a super bright headlight. It's got a tail light and a working brake light too, which is actually, there's been situations where I wish I had a working brake light. It does have integrated turn signals built into the light, which during the day they're not super bright, but at night they were actually work pretty great. Display, we went with the EKD01 display. This one is really nice. It's got USB charge port, It does support Bluetooth, so you could have your navigation set up to this. If you set up an account through this and you log in and all that, you can have navigation on here, which could be super nice. You're not trying to like monkey with your phone, trying to figure out where you're going. We've all been there. Yes, this bike does still fold up mostly. The handlebars go down, but this movement here is kind of affected by the motor in here, which is a trade-off, but you could still mostly fold it up. You're still gonna be able to get this into like a sedan, but you do lose some of the foldability. I know a lot of people are wondering that. Perhaps if we went with a smaller motor, like even maybe the Photon Gen 2 or like a 2.7, but there's trade-offs with those motors. And this one is bulletproof. The BBSHD is still the king of reliability and bulletproofness. If you're gonna be pushing it hard, especially with like a single speed setup like this, I would strongly recommend a BBSHD. Oh, we also added suspension front fork up here. These bikes do not come with a suspension front fork, so these got new front forks. And yeah, so this was a pretty big custom job. All right, anyways, if you guys want links to any of the stuff that I got here, check out the description below. I'll have links to everything. If you want the light, the balancer, the motor, battery, anything like that, feel free. All right, take it easy, guys. See you later.